Hello guys, si Kasan ulit at welcome sa episode 6 ng laro tayo ng Detective Conan, The Mechanical Temple Murder Case. Tuloy natin. Muling episode natin guys, marami tayong nakuwang clues. Kaya lang, di pa rin masolve kung ano yung, kung paano kinumit yung krimen eh. So, teka. Si ano naman pala ba sinulit natin? Itong si Ran. I'm not sure Tokiko did it. I'd like to look for some more clues. Sige, go. Ikaw muna. Ito nga para. Di ba pwede pumasok dito? Can't find a secret door here, but it leads to a dead end. Okay, fine. Baka kasi pwedeng ano yan eh. Teka. Si Ran ang pag-isipin natin sa mga keywords. Ito, wala itong mga to eh. It must be a family crest. Could it be for Mickey's family? When Satomi read this, she left. What's being hidden from us? Scratches in a tree in the backyard. Maybe someone did knife throwing practice. Could it be connected to this case? There's a knife in Yuji's back. The mark on the hilt is from a crossbow, firing it. But why was Yuji found in the middle of the room? If he was shot by the crossbow, we need to figure out how. A lamp cord was wrapped around Yuji's neck, but it was done after death. Very odd. There were lines on the corpse's back. Before he died, Yuji was leaning on the window frame. But could the knife be fired accurately from the crossbow? Tokiko and Shuichi are the only ones with no alibi. However, we still can't explain what happened during the crime. This case isn't over yet. Motive. We understand the motives, and we have to find out which is right. Crossbow. Conan found this crossbow under the veranda of the main building. It seems the killer fired a little weapon with this. If so, what kind of weapon? So what to think? Ay, yung fan. Wala siya masabi. Camera. Poiro made videos of their place for practice, and Noriyuki was in charge of it. Extension cord. Extension cord in Poiro's room is covered in what looks like earth. Wala na. Okay, fine. I didn't do it. Great Detective Kogoro. Not with that kind of reasoning. I'm interrogating suspects. I'm sure she did it, and she'll confess soon enough. Kulit ka rin eh, no? Do the police suspect Tokiko? That can't be. We're all in it together. Tokiko wouldn't murder one of her companions. Noriyuki takes care of the videos and the projector, doesn't he? Yeah. We need the technical side to him. He made his own films at college, after all. So he knows films equipment very well. He loves messing around with all that stuff. So Noriyuki knew a lot about film equipment. Perhaps he's able to do some tricks. Ang tanong, anong klaseng tricks? May bago? Wala. Looks like an extension cord. It's like it was dragged along the ground. Ayun pa rin yan eh. Ano nga tang bago eh. Camera. It's the camera that Paro used to film their rehearsals. Conan said that Noriyuki does all their filming. It's a projector. He watched their independent films on it. Since the window was open, someone could have entered from the garden if the crime happened when we have witnessed it. Then Tokiko or Shuichi should have done it, since they have no alibi. This case is amazing. To solve a case like this, you'll need to keep considering the same clues. You should check your keywords very often. Why the killer was use a cord after stabbing with a knife? Because they held a grudge? No. There must be another motive. A shadow of Yuji and the killer fighting was projected onto the screen while the film was running. However, the projector and screen are too close together. How could two people fight in this narrow space? It's not impossible, but if you were looking through the keyhole, you'd surely see the actual people, not just shadows. How they managed to make only their shadows visible? Okay may nakuha tayong clue doon Shadows, yan. Shadows of Yuji being killed were projected into the screen, but the projector and screen are rather close. If they fought in that narrow space, surely the witnesses would see their actual forms, not just their shadows. Maybe using some skill? The shadows were actually fake? Dami na nating nakuhang clues. Ano na lang, tatlo na lang kulang natin dito para maayos yan. Sige, teka. If you were looking through the keyhole, you'd surely see the actual people, not just shadows. How they manage to make only their shadows visible? Malabo yung... Baka nagsisinungaling siya kung shadows na baka nakita niya talaga. There are too many questions to say for sure that Tokiko is the killer. You made me jump. Me? I'm not doing anything in particular. Just feeling the wind. Huh? That's strange. The screen is lowered, but it's strange to have it down at night. Direct yata ito doon sa room ni Yuji The bamboo screen? No idea. It was like that when I came in. It's usually not lowered at night. I'm not bothered about such things. Tao dito. It's late. There's been a crime. There are many cops around. I shouldn't mess with the bell. Pero isa sa mga clues natin yung bell na yan Ouch. It's a pitfall. Does this temple have even more of these things? We need to be very careful while investigating with these things around. Ano, trapdoor. Tignan natin ba kung nagka-effect dito yun. Hindi naman. Natanong natin dun sa ano. Wala siya, ano, hindi nga, ano, hindi siya nakareact doon. Anyway. A crossbow? We found it under the veranda of the main building. I don't know about it. Oh wait, I think Yuji had one of those to go bird hunting in the mountains. It's in rather bad taste, I think. Pero talaga, ano siya, medyo nautal siya dun eh. A string is wrapped around the extract fan. Mamaya si Conan. Weird case, huh? But we'll crack it in no time. Alam na natin yan eh. Si Mori na, si Inspector Kogoro naman. Actually, baka hindi na kailangan dahil si Conan naman talaga eh. Subukan natin i-consider niya yung shadows. The witnesses said they saw shadows on the screen when it happened. But the space between the projector and the screen is very narrow. Kasapin nga natin nandito sa baba. Hello. Oh, I am here? Well, my wife's in a bad mood, so I had to get out of her way. Please don't tell her I'm here. Ikaw muna ikaw muna. Tingnan natin kung ano masasabi mo doon sa clue na yun. The witnesses said they saw shadows on the screen when it happened, but the space between the projector and the screen is very narrow. So what? I didn't do it. Great Detective Kogoro. Not with that kind of reasoning. Tanungin natin yung ulit. Do the police suspect the people? Meron pa tayo mga tatlong kulang na clues eh. Lari hindi natin maano eh. Wala tayong ibang mahanap na clues eh. Ito na lang eh. Quickly entered through the door and stabbed Yuji while he was watching a film, then choked him to death with the lamp cord. But Bia was behind the door, so she opened the window and escaped. Perfect. My logic never fails. Hindi nga eh. Palpak yung ano logic mo. Check na natin yung map. Ayun oh. Ay, teka, hindi. Walang direct walang direct view. Malayo eh. Malayo, hindi layo pala. Hindi pala direct walang line of sight. Yan, pa tayo ng clues. Ito na lang talaga yung isang clue eh. Mamaya si Conan gamitin ko dyan. Talaga kailangan makadaan tayo dito pero hinaharangan niya tayo eh. Okay, sasay ko na. Kala ko direct in line of sight. Tingnan mo natin yung mga clues kung meron pa siya maiisip. Teka. Scratches yun. Nabag yung game. Nabag yung game teka. scratches that. Ayan, nababagbag siya, nagbabasa. Bueno. Hindi pa natin mahanap yung may tatlong clues pa eh. Yung 9 minutes na lang. Wala pa tayong progress masyado. Conan, ka na muna ulit. Teka, yung mga clues. He mentioned that he set up the projector himself, so he probably knows about filming and editing movies. He could probably do film tricks, even fake shadows. Maybe the shadows Rhea saw were actually artificial. But Noriyuki was outside the room too. Good timing. Surely he couldn't have set up the projector unless... First, the knife wouldn't fire or out of it. The power was okay, but the aim was off, so they used the tree as a target, calculated the deviation and practiced. Then they shot Yuji from the window. Wait, the bamboo screens must have been down when the shooting happened. Pero hindi naman hindi naman naka-align eh. The killer would have to aim through the building like so. They tried to aim with their crossbow, but from here, the lowered screen would obstruct their view. They couldn't have aimed at Yuji if they couldn't see him, as long as the screen's there. It's impossible to shoot from this side. They could have pulled it down after shooting. I wonder who could do this. The killer used the tree in the backyard to practice firing a knife with a crossbow in order to kill Yuji. Fan? The exact fan in the kitchen. Could the string wrapped around it extend to the bamboo screen in the main building? If so, you could tie up the screen, kill Yuji with the crossbow, then turn the fan on to let the screen down again. That's it. This crime seemed impossible, but I figured out the trick. Okay There's just one more thing. The inconsistency of the witness testimony from the keyhole. So... extension cord in Poirot's room is covered in dirt. It must have been dragged outside the building. Hold on. The cord is so long that it could connect to the projector and stretch outside the window to the outlet in the next room. Noriyuki and Shuichi are staying in that room. Those guys are becoming more suspicious. If this is how it happened, the window must have been open the whole time. Check natin yung window to sa room na yun. Okay. 5 minutes na lang. Tingnan natin. Is that really what happened? If they didn't escape through the window, it must have been open from the start. Surely Yuji closed both the curtain and the window before watching a film. I'm not doing anything in particular, just feeling the wind. Huh? That's strange. I wonder Lord. But why is it done at night? Wala na ibang ano yun lang. Yan, nakuha na niya yung idea eh, kaya lang wala na ibang bagong ano. Lapit na tayo mag 3 minutes na lang, 2 minutes na lang eh. Dapat tayo makita ng bagong clues. Yan, tingnan natin yung ano. Pwede ba tayo mag-move out pagka ginawa yun? Tignan natin na yung panlet. Yun lang eh. Kailangan natin ibang clues pa. Okay, 1 minute 30 seconds na lang guys. Hindi ko alam kung gagawin natin na. Sige, ikaw nga. Baka ikaw, meron kang magawa na hindi magawa ng iba eh. Tingnan natin yung ano, insight mo to sa mga clues natin so far. The killer used the tree in the backyard to practice firing a knife with a crossbow in order to kill Yuji. There's a knife in Yuji's back. The mark on the hilt is from a crossbow firing it. But why was Yuji found in the middle of the room? If he was shot by the crossbow, we need to figure out how. A lampcord was wrapped around Yuji's neck, but it was done after death. Very odd. There were lines on the corpse's back. Before he died, Yuji was leaning on the window frame. But could the knife be fired accurately from the crossbow? Tokiko and Shuichi are the only ones with an alibi. However, we can still explain what happened during the crime. This crime isn't over yet. We understand the motives, and we have to find out which is right. Conan found this crossbow under the veranda of the main building. It seems the killer fired a lethal weapon with this. If so, what kind of weapon? The string wrapped around the fan. I never realized. Anywho, the case is solved, but I leave the finishing touches to Kudo. The video said they saw shadows on the screen when it happened, but the space between the projector and the screen is very narrow. Noriko's video camera, being familiar with film equipment, he could make a movie. They switch on the projector from the next room with this cord. Only one person could have done this. Timer na. So, medyo kulang pa tayo ng 3 clues, guys. So, teka. Save na lang muna natin, tapos subukan natin to si H next episode. Siya naman magsa-search. Okay. Kaya saan pala sa signing off? Tuloy na lang natin ulit to next episode.